Okay, I think we'll get started. And I'll just keep letting people in, but we do have a full schedule tonight. So first, I'd like to welcome everyone to the awards and recognition event. I am Melinda Rosenthal, the Director of Student Services here at the headquarters in Indianapolis. And I'm so happy that right now we have 143. I think we might get up to like around 170 people. So again, thank you. This is a special night to recognize and congratulate chapters, chapter leaders, and our volunteers. So I would like to now introduce Thomas Tran, our fraternity president.
Thank you, Melinda. Hey, welcome, brothers, to tonight's award ceremony, and for taking a moment during these crazy times to recognize the success of our brothers and the accomplishments of our chapters. This has been an extraordinary year for AKSI, but through the extraordinary resilience of our members, there is no doubt that we can overcome any challenges that we may face next. Hopefully, not another pandemic. As we go over these awards, know what our members have done and bring those ideas back to your chapter as you plan for spring 2021. I appreciate you all being here tonight to celebrate each other. With that being said, I would like to introduce to you the Fraternity Chief Executive Officer, Steve Hartman.
Thanks, Thomas. Again, just want to reiterate that how much I want to thank everybody who's on tonight, particularly the professional staff and the volunteers who have supported the chapter officers throughout this semester and even into the summer. As Thomas mentioned, it's been an incredible year, a crazy year, a trying year, challenging year. But through it all, what we certainly have seen is the activity of the organization has kept rolling, and we are being still true to our values and to our mission vision of being principal business leaders. And so tonight is really important for us to take a little bit of time and celebrate. As you'll note, as we go through the agenda this evening, we do in particular would like to focus on our core values. You'll note throughout the evening, which I think is always important for us to sort of get back to our roots. So I hope you enjoy this evening. And again, thank you all for your participation, for all the things that you have done over the course of the last 6 months, especially to keep the AKSI spirit alive. So my job this evening is to first start off with recognizing and greeting and hosting, introducing one of our really important partners for AKSI, and that's Brainy Money. The two folks from Brainy Money who are here tonight, some of you may have met them at the PBLIs. Lizette Lozano is the strategy manager for Brainy Money. You may have seen her. She's responsible for all the content for marketing. She also is bilingual, so everything that's done in Spanish on the website and through the videos is all done through her hard work. And the founder and CEO of Brainy Money is named Sun Han. Sun is also here this evening. They have a couple of things that they would like to share with us. Sun, philosophically, very much is like an AKSI member in that he strives for excellence. He cares about helping other people. So when you sort of think about our core values, Lizette and Sun certainly embody them in their daily personal and professional lives. So Sun and Lizette, please come up to the stage, so to speak. It's great to have you here tonight.
Great, thanks, Steve. Really appreciate it. So, when we think about AKSI, we really actually think about the PBLIs and how that was such a great experience for us. And what we really want to do today is, this is kind of the culmination of everything that we had worked on over the past year. And we are sad that there's not going to be a PBLI this year because it was such a great experience to meet so many people. But what we wanted to do today was, give out some money, and we have done that throughout the PBLIs. If y'all were there, a lot of y'all were. We had, the Jenga blocks and a bunch of other stuff, but we wanted to do that today in a fun way. So the first thing we're going to do is actually start off with giving out $25 gift cards. And so we're going to choose out 4 people. If you want to do it, you don't have to. We don't necessarily like cold calling people, so we're not going to cold call people. If you want to give out a live review of the course and how it impacted your chapter or your life or your financial journey, all you've got to do is type in live review into the chat, and we'll choose out people from the chat. Steve, or actually Thomas is going to choose people out. So if you want to give a live review, please type that in. We won't call anyone who doesn't want to give a live review. So Steve, or actually Thomas again, will include people. We'll check or call people out. So again, if you want to do a live review, $25 gift card, and then Steve will, or Thomas will call you out. Sorry, I can get it.
Yeah. So first one up is Julian Dooley. You want to share your review of the side hustle?
Yes. Hey, brothers. Julian Dooley, Chi Psi chapter at Tennessee State University. About to graduate in 10 days. I just felt like I should put that out there. Anyway, though, the side hustles, the art of side hustles and bringing money overall was extremely life-changing. At Tennessee State University, I studied commercial music, and my minor is business administration. The main thing about commercial music, that's a degree in music performance. So I have to see myself as a business in order to actually succeed with my degree. And in seeing myself as a business, I cannot expect to only have one source of income. So doing the art of side hustles really taught me a lot about how I can better market myself on platforms such as Fiverr, and how I can pretty much take control of my finances a lot better. It was truly life-changing. And I appreciate Son and his team for setting that up, and AK Psi for allowing us to have the opportunity to take that.
All right, awesome. Thank you, Julian. Up next, Mahim, I'm gonna butcher it, Lurie from
Yeah.
Sorry.
Yeah, Mural chapter. Hi guys, my name is Mahim Naluri. I'm from the Mural chapter at UT Dallas. Yeah, so I took the course a while ago, but the impacts honestly are still going even now, and we've set up a lot of infrastructure to benefit from it in the future as well. I guess the biggest takeaway for me, and I guess my angle is coming from a very chapter point of view. When COVID happened and we all transitioned to a virtual setting, we had to rethink the way we do fundraising. We obviously can't do bake sales or fundraising in person anymore. So we had to rethink the way we gain money for the chapter and stuff. What I realized is that knowledge is one of the greatest investments that you can make. And so as a chapter, we're sharpening our skills in presentations, public speaking, so that we can actually deliver workshops in key areas, and workshops in things like finance or IT or things like that, and then making these public for the university, for the business school itself, charging a fee. And that's another source of income for the chapter. Right now, we're polishing our skills. Our brothers are polishing their skills in getting better at these workshops. And I guess Brainy Money helped me just think of this in the first place, because I didn't realize that, I guess I was kind of just in a box and stuff. And Brainy Money helped me realize that knowledge is a really good investment. So what about commercializing this knowledge, making it another source of income for our chapter? And of course, knowledge is one of our core values. So it was a shoo-in.
That's awesome. Thank you. Number 3, Lynn Barber. Would you like to share?
Hi, I'm Lynn. I'm from the Pi chapter at Georgia State University. Sorry, I can't have my camera on right now. But I learned from the side hustle was that really utilizing my skills outside of just my degree. So I'm a finance major. But I do a lot of like social media marketing, creating flyers, creating posts for people, and really learning how to actually use something that interests me as a side hustle as well. And then also really investing in myself, using my finances to not spend on things that don't really matter, but actually spending it on things that will help me further that, such as like a camera, a new computer, a tablet, and going from there.
All right, thank you. And the last one, number 4, Alexandra Ladaga. You would like to share?
Hi, yeah, I'd love to share. I'm from the Chi Orta chapter at Loyola University, Maryland. I have always, I guess, had all these visions of starting my own business and having all these ideas in my head, but never knew how to, I guess, make them come to life. When I went to PBLI and getting to take the side hustle course, and I took a few other courses as well, I think it really helped me solidify my, I guess, dreams and ideas of what I wanted to do in my own business and future with, I guess, my finance major. And it was exciting because it helped me not only with my personal goals and finances, but helped my dreams, like I said, be solidified. and giving me more realistic insight on moving forward. Thank you.
All right, thank you. Son, you got your 4.
Awesome. Thanks, Thomas. If you shared a live review, just email Lizette@bradymoney.com to make sure that we get you your $25. Melinda, you can stop sharing now if that's okay. So what we're going to do now is we're going to give out the chapter prizes. So instead of one $1,500 chapter prize, we're actually going to do 2 $750 chapter prizes. Lizette's going to share. Thomas, do you want to announce the winners?
Sure. So we took the 1,500, split it into 2. So the winners of the scholarship is New Chi chapter, the University of Central Florida, and the Chi Phi chapter of the Hong Kong University. Congratulations.
Okay, great. Onto the wheel. So now we're going to choose the 3 $500 individual individual winners. So we're gonna everyone's name is entered in here. If you shared the IG, your name's entered multiple times. So we had over 500 entries, which is amazing, and we really appreciate the support. So what we're gonna do now is we're gonna choose out 3 winners. Lizette's gonna spin the wheel, and if your name is chosen, then please type in the box that you are here, or if you have a representative representing you, that your representative is here. So if you know this person, you should also type in the chat box. So first one, Lizette, do you want to spin it now?
So Don Lee, are you here, or does anyone that want to claim Don Lee rep here? Going once. If you know Don Lee, please claim that for him. Otherwise, we will not. We will just move forward to the next person. Going once. Going twice. All right, son. Hello, that.
Okay. One second, you spin it again.
Angie Wu. Does anyone want to claim Angie Wu, or is Angie Wu here? All right, son. I guess we go again. They were all invited to tonight's event, so. Rose Mashoni. Yeah, she's
Rose
here.
is actually here.
Yes.
Oh my God.
We have one
Congratulations.
$500 winner.
Thank you.
Okay, Lizette, can we spin it again? So we have Rose down.
Yuki Rao. Anyone know Yuki and claim?
Hi, yeah, I
Right.
know Yuki from the
Who's
Sino
that?
chapter. Yeah, this is Alex Chen.
Alex Chen? All right. Awesome.
Alex,
Thanks,
can you
Alex.
email myself? I've just shared my email. And then can you copy Yuki on that email as well, and Thomas Train as well?
Yeah, of course. Thank you.
Okay, thanks. So we have one more
Thank
left.
you for claiming. All right, last one. Maria, are you on? Or does anyone know Maria?
Yes, I know Mary. I'm in her chapter.
Awesome.
I'm
Thank
Adam
you.
Kabowie from the Mu Pi chapter at Elon University. Yeah, she's in my chapter.
Awesome. All right, Adam, shoot us an email and we'll get her the scholarship. Thank you for that.
Awesome. Thank you.
Well, thanks, everyone. That took a little longer than we thought, so we really appreciate everyone, and congratulations to the winners. And then if you could send myself and Thomas, if you are an individual winner, and then for the $25 gift cards, please email Lizette. Other than that, thanks everyone for your time. Lizette, you can stop sharing, and we're gonna actually log off now. So we really appreciate everyone's time.
Thank you,
Thank you very
son.
much.
Thank you, Lizette.
All right,
Thank you.
thanks, everyone. Bye.
All right, next up, I would like to introduce Eileen Howe, Chairman of the Board, to start the awards portion with the Outstanding Leaders for 2019 and 2020. Eileen.
Thank you so much. Excuse me. I want to thank you very much because it's truly for me an honor to be part of this program tonight and really to be with so many of my brothers. You know, it's hard in 2020 to do this, so I really appreciate it. Alpha Kappa Psi really has, really highlighted members that demonstrate what the fraternity advocates in its members. And so these set awards in the Outstanding Leaders, what they do is they recognize, hang on, because I can't see what I'm looking at here. It recognizes members that provide the programs and all the different events and activities that represent Alpha Kappa Psi's core values. So one student and one non-student member is chosen each year as a recipient from each of these core values. So I am privileged to present the first set of these awards. I kind of sort of feel like this is a little bit of the Academy Awards, So the award that I am looking at, the Outstanding Leader Award, is for Brotherhood. And Brotherhood recognizes the member who best demonstrates a commitment to building the relationships and bonds of brotherhood with, alumni, other chapters, people within the fraternity. So the nominees for the Outstanding Leadership for Brotherhood Award are Ariel Jordan, Beta Mu chapter at George Washington University, Mai Duen, Epsilon Sigma chapter at Georgia Tech, Hannah Pauly at the Alpha Phi chapter, University of Florida, and for the alumni, Ian Morrison at the University of Mississippi. So now what I'd like to do is welcome Adam Schrader with the Beta Mu chapter at George Washington University to say a few words.
Hello, can y'all hear me?
Yes.
All right. Awesome. Hello, brothers. It is my privilege to talk today about Ariel Jordan. Ariel Jordan, the president of the Beta Mu chapter, brings brotherhood to the forefront of her leadership style. Ariel shows us what servant leadership at its best truly looks like. She has taken initiative to make our fraternity an organic one that responds to a changing workforce. And for our chapter being the largest it's been in years, Ariel brings a heart and work ethic that is even bigger. We see this in her invisible everyday actions as president. She initiated a diversity and inclusion initiative at the start of the semester, which has been formidable in providing brothers a safe space to wear their diversity on their sleeves and allow a space for marginalized communities to be heard. And when most students had their internships rescinded, Ariel stepped in to ensure that brothers had access to learning materials. She'd implemented 2 accessible committees, our data program and our investment committee, where brothers joined the committee and obtained relevant skills that can prepare them for the workforce. In a time where brothers are disproportionately affected by a pandemic and a crisis, Ariel makes sure that there are platforms for us to continue our brotherhood, even if 1,000 miles separate us. She manages the fraternity, keeping in mind the personal development of each individual. Trust me, we have seen this firsthand. As an individual with an invisible disability, Ariel did not hesitate to listen to my story, offering both professional and personal advice. And never in my life have I felt as listened to and as encouraged by Ariel in this regard. It's a true testament of her character. At the end of every meeting, Ariel always enters session with, "If there's anything you need from me, let us know." Her support is unwavering. It was only time that we recognized her courage, her brotherhood through this nomination. Thank you.
So please join me in congratulating Ariel Jordan of the Beta Mu chapter at George Washington University as the collegiate recipient of the 2019-2020 Outstanding Leader for Brotherhood Award. And now I'd like to welcome Leah Goodwin, Foundation Director and the former Southern Delta Regional Director, to say a few words. Is Leah there? Okay, so I'm not sure what Leah was going to say, okay? But I'm going to say that based on that smile of Ian Morrison from the University of Mississippi, obviously you are the alumni recipient of the 2019-2020 Outstanding Leader for Brotherhood Award, and I completely congratulate you.
Eileen, is it okay if I speak on Leah's behalf?
Absolutely.
Thank you so much. Ian is an exceptional brother. Even as a student, he really just, obviously with his radio style, he just really shines and brightens the room. I remember meeting him. I was already a volunteer and he was a student, and he was so on fire for AK Psi, and he always exemplified that in all of his volunteer roles. Last year, in the 2019-2020 school year, he held more than one position in more than one region, and he really mentored a lot of other brothers, told them about initiatives that the foundation puts on, and just was all around on fire for AK Psi. And I'm really proud to see that this brother is being recognized tonight.
Fantastic. That is an absolutely wonderful testimonial. Thank you so much, Jasmine. And congratulations, Ian. And now I'm going to turn it over to our Executive Vice President, Jacqueline Giannotti.
Hello, and thank you, Eileen. Thank you, brother. Guys, thank you so much for being on tonight. It is so great to see how many of you have joined us this evening for this awards catalog, and seeing how many of you have done such great things even throughout this time. As we continue our Academy Awards, as Eileen put it, our next category is integrity. Integrity recognizes the members who serves as a role model to others for being consistently guided by honesty, ethic, conduct, and fairness. The nominees for this year are, it's going to be Davi Patel from Georgia Tech, Epsilon Sigma chapter, Harishka Sikaria from Pi Omega chapter at Purdue University, and alumnus Jake Chapman of Loyola University, New Orleans. At this time, I would like to welcome Ethan Schnell from the Epsilon Sigma chapter of Georgia Tech to say a few words.
Yeah, so Brother David Patel served as our Vice President of Finance for the spring 2020 semester. And during her time in that role, she looked to further improve oversight of our chapter's finances with new initiatives that really embodies the values of integrity. When she stepped into her role initially, we didn't have a VP, our Vice President of Finance, for the fall 2019 semester. And so when she reunified the role, she was looking at gaps in where we had coming in with our directorship. So one thing she noticed was there was a lack of oversight. So she worked on creating a financial checklist to further ensure that the role would be properly handled and our chapter's finances would be in check. She also worked diligently to have members pay their dues, which is a pretty sensitive topic at times. So she held a lot of private conversations with members and worked out payment plans that were kept confidential with her and that member, and made sure that everyone was able to properly pay their dues, and also worked on creating a dues grant for members who had struggles paying that the chapter would provide partial reduction in their dues for the semester. And overall, she was a great role model for our chapter, and really helped make sure our finances were checked, and is a great candidate for the Integrity Award.
Please join me in congratulating Davi Patel of the Epsilon Sigma chapter of Georgia Tech as the recipient of the 2019-2020 Outstanding Leader for Integrity. At this moment, myself and Jasmine, we're gonna tag team for the alumnus on what we're going to say. We're going to step in for Leah at this moment. I have personally known Jake Chapman for ever since I've been a brother, or ever since I've been a volunteer. And he's always been one at every fraternity event, always there for all of his students, no matter what the need is, and always doing the right thing, always knowing to leading with his heart. And knowing that what is going to be the best for our brothers moving forward. His judge of character, his judge of being an individual is just amazing. And he's always someone that I know I can turn to and give a call to if there's anything that I need help or mentorship with as well. He truly is a wonderful brother, and I love the fact that no matter if it's a convention, a PBLI, or even here virtually, I know I could expect to see him at all of these events. Stepping in for regional director Leah when she couldn't make it to different fraternity events as well. Jake is just overall one amazing brother. Jasmine Cherry, former regional director of Atlantic Gulf Coast, is also going to share a few words.
Yes, I wanted to share that it's really funny that we're stepping in for Leah to speak about Jake, because Jake is the type of brother who would totally hop in this very moment, just like I did for Ian. He would have done the same. Jake is an amazing brother. He's passionate. And on the topic of integrity, this is the brother you can count on that makes sure we are all on our P's and Q's. He holds us all accountable, no matter the situation, to make sure that we're doing what's best and what's right, and really thinking about everyone involved and like the win-win for every single brother in the room. So it is an incredible honor to see this brother recognized for their integrity and what they do for each and every one of us in this room.
And with that, please join me in a great round of applause for alumnus brother Jake Chapman as this year's recipient of the Outstanding Leadership Award for Integrity.
Thank you. I very much appreciate it, and I'm so surprised. I did not expect this evening, and I wish I would have shown myself. But like I said, I did not expect this. So I appreciate working with each one of you and continuing to work with all of you to make our fraternity the best it could be. And I hope you have my address on file so I can get my certificate in the mail. Thank you.
And like I said, guys, I wasn't lying. Like, he didn't even expect this, and we knew he was going to be on here because there's not an event that he won't miss to be here for his students. So it's such an honor to be able to present you with this, Jake. Thank you so much. So we are going to be moving on to the nominees for knowledge. So knowledge recognizes the member who is driving force in helping others gain knowledge, insight, personal, and professional growth. And the nominees this year are, drumroll please, Alexis Browning from the Delta Tau chapter at Canisius College, Sharania Ergutia from UT Dallas, Alex Leopold, Omega Theta chapter, University of Maryland, and Shelley Lane, Epsilon Sigma chapter of Georgia Tech. I would now like to welcome back Ethan Channel of the Epsilon Sigma chapter at Georgia Tech to say a few words.
Hi, my name is Brother Talcad. I'm from the Epsilon Sigma chapter at Georgia Tech. I'll be speaking on behalf of Brother Chanel for Brother Shelley Ling for this award. So Brother Shelley Ling served as the Vice President of Professional Programming for the Georgia Tech Epsilon Sigma community from fall 2019 to spring 2020. As a Vice President of Professional Programming, Brother Ling constantly embodied the idea of always spreading knowledge throughout our community, both through various initiatives throughout the year and in her efforts to emphasize constant professional development for the fraternity throughout her time serving as this VP position. One example of one of these specific initiatives is through her implementation of a personal finance week for the Georgia Tech community as a whole. Within the personal finance week, Brother Ling had various external speakers come from a diverse group of backgrounds to come give information to both the Brotherhood and students in the Georgia Tech community on personal finance. This served as an opportunity to spread awareness and knowledge of an integral skill to everybody within this Georgia Tech world, and it served as a prime example of how much effort she put in to spread knowledge in this area. Additionally, Brother Ling also took it upon herself to take additional commitment and take over our investments committee for our chapter. By taking over the investments committee, she implemented various workshops and different presentations in chapter to educate the Brotherhood on investments and help spread knowledge of this very crucial skill. To brothers, it was a way to keep people engaged throughout the semester. And this is yet again a testament to how much effort Brother Ling put in to making sure that she could ensure everything in our chapter ran smoothly and spread knowledge to all the brothers. Additionally, Brother Ling also implemented a track system within our chapter. Our track system had 3 different knowledge components, and each component served as a way to teach brothers about a unique topic that they may have not learned about before. Through these track systems within our chapters, brothers were able to learn about a diverse group of knowledge fields that they may have not had experience with in the past. And it was a way to keep brothers engaged in chapter and constantly learning and growing throughout the course of the semester by getting experience in areas they weren't familiar with. Finally, she also led the establishment of our Salvation Army resume workshop for a community. Although brothers received immense amounts of feedback about their resumes in chapter, Brother Ling wanted us to use that experience and expertise to help people in the community and help grow their resumes as well. By having brothers provide resume feedback to those not as fortunate as us in the community, we were able to use our knowledge that we had and help expand it outside of just our AKSI chapter and the Georgia Tech community as a whole. Overall, Brother Ling helped our chapter tremendously as a leader. She worked tirelessly to embody this value of knowledge and put in extensive time to assist brothers in their growth throughout the year. This is the key reason why the Epsilon Sigma chapter nominated her for this award.
With that, please join me in congratulating Brother Shelley Ling of the Epsilon Sigma chapter at Georgia Tech University as the recipient of this year's Outstanding Leader Award for Knowledge. Our next category is service. Service recognizes the member who best demonstrates the true meaning of service. This person leads by example when encouraging members and the community to engage in the selfless acts of the benefits of others. And the nominees this year are Tony Lee, from Psi Omega chapter at Santa Clara University, Douglas Lau from Pepperdine University Omega Epsilon chapter, Yingli Liu from Emory University at the Alpha Chi chapter, and Anushka Pru from Hong Kong Institute of Science and Technology. I would now like to welcome the Area 1 Vice President, Maya Richardson, to say a few words.
Thank you very much, Jackie. Within this year itself, not only was Anushka one of the few students from Hong Kong who got to go on exchange, she went on exchange to UC Berkeley. Anushka developed CoronaApp, one of the first applications on the market to provide information about coronavirus, specific to the user's location. She also founded Breer, collecting otherwise waste bread from bakeries and supermarkets, and created a sustainable ecosystem for using this as an ingredient in brewing commercial beer in Hong Kong. Another one of Anushka's projects including being part of Genis Technology, a biotech startup that mainly focuses on sign language translation in real time. Overall, Anushka has used this semester to grow and demonstrate her love for her community and the world we live in today. As a budding entrepreneur, she ensures that her knowledge and skill set have a direct benefit for a group of people and the community around her.
Please join me in congratulating Anushka Pru of the Chi-Fi chapter at Hong Kong Institute of Science and Technology as this year's recipient of the Outstanding Leader for Service Award. Our next category is Unity. Unity. This award recognizes the member for social responsibility, diversity, inclusion, and finding your place in the world or community. At this moment, I would like to welcome back Ethan Chanel of the Epsilon Sigma chapter at Georgia Tech to say a few words.
Yeah. So, Brother Sai Pignarti served as our chaplain for the spring 2020 semester, in which she focused on creating a tight-knit community for our chapter. And so during that semester, our vice president of membership had to take a step back from a lot of the roles because of some extraneous circumstances for them. And so Sally stepped up into the role for leading the Brotherhood Committee for our chapter, in which was responsible for having in-chapter activities where brothers could bond together and feel comfortable with one another and get to know each other on a deeper level. She also served as a member on our Diversity and Inclusion Committee, in which she helped create activities in chapter to educate brothers on different issues in the workplace and help make sure that everyone in the fraternity was feeling included. And then lastly, she also helped organize our Spring Brotherhood Retreat, which had different numerous activities to help brothers bond on a deeper level and make sure everyone was feeling included within the brotherhood and build the brotherhood bonds that really help bring our chapter together as one. And overall, she was a very excellent member. She graduated last semester, but was overall was very well deserving of the Unity Award.
Brothers, please join me in congratulating Sahib Pahutsi at the Epsilon Sigma chapter at Georgia Tech University as the recipient of this year's Outstanding Leader for Unity Award. I would just like to say congratulations to all the winners under the Outstanding Leadership portion of this program. Like many of those in chat have said, after hearing all the recipients and what they have done, you are amazing and rock stars at what you do. You guys are on fire. This was so great to hear, and you definitely all represent AK Psi so well. At this moment, I would like to welcome our Area 3 Vice President and former and first woman president of AK Psi, Andrea Nemeth, to go over the Outstanding Chapter Performance Awards.
Thank you, Jackie. First of all, thank you everyone for joining us this evening. I have the honor of speaking on behalf of the fraternity and awarding some of these recognitions. It's a great opportunity to celebrate with our brothers. So let's get started on Outstanding Chapter Performance Awards. The Outstanding Chapter Performance Award recognizes chapters providing exemplary programs, activities, and events that represent Alpha Kappa Psi's core values. One chapter was chosen as this year's recipient from each of the 5 core values. Our first core value is brotherhood. It is defined as, this award recognizes a chapter for efforts in building relationships and the bonds of brotherhood with other chapters and alumni. And the nominees this year is MUSI, Hofstra University, Virtual Spring Formal, and Omega Alpha, University of Delaware, with their golf outing. I would like to welcome Diana Di Correa, our Regional Director for the Atlantic Metro, to say a few words.
Thank you, Andrea. This chapter kept the spirit of brotherhood going at the start of the pandemic while miles apart, hosting a virtual formal via Zoom, where brothers and alumni dressed to the nines, highlighted brothers with superlative awards, and reminisced about the academic year. Undergraduate brothers had a great time together and connected with alumni brothers that they previously had not had the opportunity to meet. For this creative event that kept these brothers connected, the MUSI chapter at Hofstra University deserves to be recognized.
Great sign. So please join me in congratulating the MUSI chapter at Hofstra University as the recipient of the 2019-20 Outstanding Chapter Performance for Brotherhood Award. Next value that we're going to discuss is integrity. And this award recognizes a chapter who upholds the ideals of the fraternity and embodies principled business leadership. Programs in this category would contain aspects of socially responsible leadership, diversity, inclusion, finding your place in the world or community, and conscious business practices. During the fall 2019 semester, Zeta Upsilon put together the Fall Harvest Craft and Vendor Fair at Tennessee Tech to celebrate the fall season. This was a new event and turned out to be a huge success. The vendors and participants praised the chapter on the organization, communication, setup, and how helpful the members were during the event. The chapter put many important business skills to use, including advertising the event, recruiting of vendors, artists, and companies to participate in the fair, building and maintaining open communication with the vendors and our school to be better able to provide appropriate accommodations and organizational skills. Many members openly expressed how much fun they had in putting together this event and how much they learned by getting to participate in it, even if only for just a few hours. Since the event was a favorite of the chapters and most successful in both public turnout and funds raised, we have already decided to make the event an annual event. Please join me in congratulating the Zeta Upsilon chapter at Tennessee Tech as the recipient of the 2019-20 Outstanding Chapter Performance for Integrity Award. Next, knowledge. This award recognizes a chapter's programs or events that help members gain knowledge, insight, personal and professional growth. And the nominees are Alpha Chi Chapter, Emory University, Recruiting Bootcamp. Beta Mu Chapter, George Washington University, Professional Development Committees. Chi Sigma Chapter at Northeastern University, Build Your Brand Professional Summit. Chi Zeta Chapter, New Jersey Institute of Technology, Professional Fair. Zeta Upsilon Chapter, Tennessee Tech University, Fall Harvest Craft Fair. Now I would like to welcome David Greenberg, Regional Director for the Northern Atlantic, to say a few words.
In fall 2019, brothers Anna Sirsik and Julie Hong pitched and executed the Alpha Kappa Psi Build Your Brand Professional Summit. A one-day workshop, the event was put on for the chapter and the Northeastern community to showcase industry leaders' professional experiences in developing their own professional brands and provide attendees with practical tools and advice for creating their own brands. One component of the summit was the digital landscape panel about how to create an individualized brand that aligns with personal goals and talents, how to change with trends in different industries within the shifting digital landscape, and how to maintain mental and physical balance in career journeys. External speakers from entrepreneurs to community leaders to nonprofit founders spoke about their personal experiences in identifying their niche and standing out in their fields. They all agreed that being true to oneself was the most important element of establishing an unrivaled presence in any field.
Please join me in congratulating the Chi Sigma chapter at Northeastern University as the recipient of the 2019-20 Outstanding Chapter Performance for Knowledge Award. Next is service. This award recognizes a chapter that best demonstrates the true meaning of service, meeting a need on campus or in the community. And the nominees are the Beta Sigma chapter at St. John's University, the Bail Project fundraiser. The Chi Delta chapter at St. Joseph's University, Ryan's Case for Smiles. The Chi Sigma chapter at Northeastern University, St. Stephen's Youth Program. Chi Upsilon at Ramapo College of New Jersey, Trunk or Treat. Epsilon Rho, University of Pennsylvania, Art Supply Drive. Mu Pi at Elon University, Step It Up. Mu Psi, Hofstra University, Service in the Sand. Omega Alpha, University of Delaware, U Dance. Psi Kappa, San Francisco State University, Heartbeats Benefit Concert 2019. Psi Nu at Baruch College, Dares for Care. And Psi Pi, Stony Brook University, Narcan Training. In the face of COVID-19, the Mu Pi chapter at Elon University found out they would not be returning to campus, and for safety reasons could not host the third annual 5K to benefit American Foundation for Suicide Prevention, AFSP, that they had been planning since December. The chapter pivoted to a brand new, innovative idea, Step It Up, a week-long digital steps competition. Participants from all over the world could compete to win prizes by walking individually or as a team. Not only did they raise money for the AFSP, but also promoted the importance of mental health to a wide audience. The first 5K made $3,500. The second 5K made $4,000. Despite lower participation price, not having sponsors, and not having additional sales such as food or t-shirts, they were able to exceed their fundraising goal by making over $6,800 for the AFSP. This event was a huge success, and internally, this gave many brothers a needed focus and distraction during a very challenging time. Our brothers supported this initiative by fundraising, promoting, and even helping create graphics. It truly was a team effort, but more so, this event was able to engage their brotherhood at large. They had tons of chapters, alumni, and national representatives make teams. Sometimes it's easy to think of brotherhood just at your individual school, but they were able to engage the entire brotherhood. I think this was truly a remarkable, groundbreaking event that deserves to be recognized. Please join me in congratulating the Mu Pi chapter at Elon University as the recipient of the 2019-20 Outstanding Chapter Performance for Service Award. And now we'll go on to Unity. This award recognizes a chapter for conscious efforts to build relationships, express gratitude, and develop increased knowledge of emotional intelligence within the membership. I'd like to welcome Maya Richardson, Vice President for Area 1, to say a few words.
Thank you very much, Andrea. In mid-April, the Psi Omega chapter began a COVID-19 relief fundraiser with a goal of $5,000. Their fundraiser has brought the chapter closer together, with dozens of brothers posting their own fundraising bingo boards and working together to achieve their fundraising goals. Thanks to incredible chapter participation and outreach, the fundraiser has also expanded to include 30 additional chapters located around the nation and has raised $12,963 in overall donations. The Psi Omega chapter's efforts has united multiple collegiate chapters to engage in their own respective fundraisers whilst working together towards a common goal.
Please join me in congratulating the Psi Omega chapter at Santa Clara University as the recipient of the 2019-20 Outstanding Chapter Performance for Unity Award. This ends the Outstanding Chapter Performance Awards portion of the program. I would like to now welcome back our fraternity president, Thomas Tran.
Thank you, Andrea. Congrats, everyone. A job well done. Incredible event. So next, the part of how we succeed is through our volunteers. So Alpha Kappa Psi volunteers are vital to the overall success of our fraternity. The Outstanding Volunteer Leaders Award are designed to recognize volunteers who go above and beyond call of duty while acting in the best interest of Alpha Kappa Psi. The Advisor of the Year Award is presented to the chapter or faculty advisor who best demonstrates a positive impact on the development of Alpha Kappa Psi students. This person served as a role model for the chapter through professionalism and adherence to the fraternity's core values and guiding principles. And the nominees: Josh Bowman from Southern Delta, Ashley Blankard from Pacific Northwest, Kayla Grant from Northern Atlantic, and Barbara Larson from Northern Atlantic. I'd like to now welcome David Greenberg, Regional Director of the Northern Atlantic, to say a few words.
There are many chapters with great chapter advisors in this fraternity, but there are only a handful of chapters that have truly great faculty advisors in this fraternity, I believe, at least in my region. And so in fall 2019, the chapter inducted Barbara Larson as an honorary faculty member of the Chi Sigma chapter, and then invited her to a chapter meeting as they were going through a transitionary period of cultural shift after a large senior class graduated in spring 2019. Going through rush processes year after year, we began to notice that some brothers leaned towards more professional rushes, whereas others leaned towards more social rushes, which seemed to create a divide amongst the chapter regarding priorities and what our chapter would look like with this difference. Brother Melissa Song and Julie Huang reached out to Barbara Larson and asked her to facilitate a conversation focused on identifying what unified us as a chapter and what our priorities were. When we explained these issues to her, she immediately identified that the two sides to this could be boiled down to professionalism and brotherhood, that we each had our own ideas of what this meant. During chapter, she had us discuss in small groups what professionalism and brotherhood truly meant to us, and we had to see that there was a lot of overlap between the way we saw all these two ideals. Mutual understanding and respect, a foundation of trust and open-mindedness, and a willingness to show up for and support each other were all ideals that both sides cared about. We simply had slightly different perceptions of what that meant. After having that conversation, we realized we all had the same priorities and wanted what was best for the chapter, and started taking active steps towards refocusing our culture. We all put more effort into actively reaching out to people we didn't always spend time with, showing up to all kinds of events, helping each other out with anything and everything. Barbara played an integral part in catalyzing the chapter's efforts to be more mindful about the relationships we build and how we communicate our priorities. As we head into the upcoming school year, she has been a wonderful resource in helping us navigate the fall 2020 semester, discover how we can continue to grow as a chapter. Congratulations to Barbara Larson, faculty advisor of the Chi Sigma chapter at Northeastern University.
Yep, thank you, David. Please join me in congratulating Barbara Larson as a recipient of the 2019-20 Advisor of the Year Award. Congratulations. All right, up to the Section Director of the Year Award is presented to the individual who best demonstrates operational success while providing guidance and support within a region. This person serves as an inspiration to others and is a vital asset to the regional management team. The nominees are Brianna Anderson, Pacific Northwest, John Francis from Lapis from Northern Atlantic, and Clarence Hill from Southern Bluegrass. I would now like to welcome David Greenberg, Regional Director of the Northern Atlantic region, back up again to say a few words.
Jean-Francois Lepas is the Section Director for the United Kingdom section. As such, he is responsible for overseeing a section of Alpha Kappa Psi that is literally on an island many miles away from the rest of the fraternity. This poses inherent challenges that JF has worked tirelessly to overcome. JF has built a very strong sectional leadership team with CAs and his own sectional regional managers to help him manage the UK section. JF is excellent at developing volunteers on his sectional leadership team and delegating tasks as appropriate to them. JF is more like a mini regional director than a section director in this regard. Beyond his work with the sectional leadership team, JF is also closely attuned to his chapters and works closely with the UK alumni chapter to help ensure that students have strong alumni engagement to benefit from. Perhaps most importantly, JF has impacted AKSI at the fraternal level by being a critical leader in the UK expansion plan as approved by the board of directors at the Dallas Convention. 3 years ago, when I became regional director, UK expansion was one of my top priorities. I told JF this and basically told him to go. Within 2 years, he and his team developed a strong plan that he and I, along with Andy Gallant, provided the board of directors at convention, which received unanimous approval. Since then, JF has been critical in preparing the program for this year's start. Additionally, JF has worked with his sectional leadership team to clarify the AKSI mission in the UK and create objectives with measurables to achieve that mission. This fulfills something that CEO Steve Hartman had wanted to see for the UK going forward. Overall, the work JF does as section director far surpasses the expectations set for any other section director. I argue there's no armed team member in the fraternity that is as impactful both in their role and generally in the brotherhood than Jean-Francois Lepas. From his impact on other volunteers to his role in UK expansion, Jean-Francois Lepas is undoubtedly the best section director in Alpha Kappa Psi.
Thank you. Please join me in congratulating J.S. Lepas, Section Director of the Northern Atlantic Region UK Section, as a recipient of the 2019-20 Section Director of the Year Award. Congrats, J.S. Now to the Regional Manager. The Regional Manager of the Year Award honors the individual who best demonstrates success when guiding chapters in areas such as membership, risk management, finance, and alumni relations. This person assists chapters in building and maintaining successful programs necessary for long-term viability. I would now like to welcome Jasmine Cherry, former Regional Director of the Atlantic Gulf Coast region, to say a few words.
Thank you, Thomas. Your fraternity regional manager of the year happens to serve two regions as the regional manager of rituals and conduct, which doesn't sound like a lot of fun, but it is something that he's very passionate about. This regional manager serves both the Atlantic Gulf Coast region and the Atlantic Metro region. So please join me in welcoming Diana D. Correa to also say a few words.
Corey's primary responsibility is to ensure that chapters feel comfortable and confident in executing their rituals in the spirit that they were written by the fraternity. He communicates closely with the MORs of each chapter in both regions, that's 28, and goes above and beyond to mentor each one. Corey ensures that chapters' rituals are run smoothly by working through the logistics and proper execution with MORs, and is even available the day of to guide brothers through any hiccups, conduct issues, or to even just celebrate the successful performance. Through his mentorship, many of these MORs have gone on to hold additional officer positions in their chapters, such as chapter president.
In the Atlantic Gulf Coast, Corey led a team of non-executive members that focused on creating a safe place to identify conduct issues in their chapters, This regional task force met monthly to review chapter operations and procedures to ensure that students, even those who are not in a leadership role, felt empowered to self-identify and mitigate conduct issues at the local level. Through this important work, we have seen student chapters reestablish their judiciary review boards, appoint conduct chairs, and even build relationships with their university. This helped to ensure that every brother in every chapter was doing their part to make the chapter experience the best it could be. Since Corey started this initiative, we have seen a reduction in poor conduct-related behavior as a region.
During this virtual semester, Corey has striven to do this same important work in the Atlantic Metro region. He also contributes to the fraternity at large by speaking at events such as PBLI, assisting with town halls and regional events, and collaborating with other volunteers.
Corey's hard work is exemplified by what his brothers say about him. The feedback received is that students feel comfortable, empowered, and informed. The confidence that Corey has built into his brothers has allowed them to move past standard operational pieces so that they can focus on going from good to great. Brother Reddy sets the bar high, and he demonstrates what demanding higher ideals truly looks like, and this is why he is your Regional Manager of the Year.
Congrats, Corey.
Thank you, Jasmine. Thank you, Jasmine, Diana. Please join me in congratulating Corey Reddy as the recipient of the 2019-20 Regional Manager of the Year. All right, this is the end of the 2019-20 awards portion of this program. We will now go into the virtual awards to recognize how our members are excelling in this environment this semester. Please welcome Alec Moran, Associate Director of Student Services.
Hi, everyone. Thank you all for being on tonight. I know that this night is all about our brothers, and let's keep going. So I want to first recognize and thank the Virtual Awards Committee that helped decide on the winners of this award category. This is a new award category. We made this award in order to recognize the ingenuity of our chapters during this special time. Each submission was numbered, and the committee was given the submissions without the university and chapter names, and each was reviewed with a uniform programming rubric in an effort to judge most objectively and so that all chapters were on equal footing. So jumping in, I will present the nominees, then the winner. If the members of the winning chapter would like to say anything, please speak up, and we are happy to hear from you. So let's jump in here. Oh man, our recruitment campaign was the most, had the most chapters that submitted for this award, which was amazing. It was amazing to see all of the great work that these chapters put into their recruitment campaigns this fall and the pledges that they got from them. As you can see, we have members from all over the country and with multitude of different themes for their recruitments. The winner of the recruitment campaign virtual award is the Kappa chapter at University of Oregon for their theme of True Blue and Gold. Anybody from Kappa chapter on tonight?
Yeah, I'm here.
Hi, Sean.
Hi.
A little bit about your theme?
Sure. Yeah. So when COVID hit, as the Rush chair of the Kappa chapter, it was obviously a challenge to find ways to bring in new members. We usually do tabling. We put up flyers all around our campus. So me and our marketing chair, our VP of marketing, Quinn, kind of had a challenge, and Quinn did an awesome job with his graphics that you see on the screen here. I did as much as I possibly could to reach out to teachers, email people, and we ultimately overcame the adversity of having a virtual recruitment by bringing in 18 new pledges, which we inducted yesterday. So, yeah.
Congrats.
Thank you.
I know that's a great accomplishment. So let's give a round of applause for the captive chapter and all of their work, as well as all of the other chapters who were nominated for this year. Okay. Next on our list is our virtual service awards. Again, we had many chapters apply for this award, and it really showed the length that our chapters went to. Even when they were facing their own hardships, they were thinking about the communities around them. So as you can see, we have chapters from all over the country again, and this year's chapter winner for service in virtual awards is the Alpha Chi chapter from Emory University. Is anybody from Alpha Chi on tonight? That's okay. I'll speak to what they wrote for their submission so you all can see the great work that they did. So it was important for the Alpha Chi chapter to create and sustain a tangible social impact across different levels while engaging their brothers and continuing educating themselves. They held a fundraising event that involved students and faculty at the university where money was raised for two main causes: legislative action to foster inclusivity and Black Lives Matter movement. They succeeded in engaging with over 200 people from all over the world and raised over $2,600 for the fight for social justice, all while done in a virtual setting. They successfully partnered with ING Group, who agreed to match the donations to the Borgen Project and the Metro Atlantic Mutual Aid Fund by 150%. That gesture was greatly appreciated by both organizations who donated and was provided a significant boost to their respective missions. As you can see, beyond fundraising, they launched a social media spotlight series for local businesses owned and operated by people of color, which allowed them to share their stories and promote their businesses in a difficult time for everyone. They also conducted an internal forum for brothers in the organization to reaffirm the commitment to diversity and inclusivity and allowed a platform for brothers to voice their opinions, provide their input, and have open discussions about major issues pervading society. Over 45 existing and newly inducted members actively participated in the empowering discussion that emphasized the chapter's commitment to adapt, improve, and educate themselves and the people around them. So let's give a round of applause for the Alpha Chi chapter at Emory and the great work that they did. Perfect. Thank you guys so much for that. Our next category is the virtual award nominees for Brotherhood. These Brotherhood nominees showed that no matter what setting we're in, we can still be a brotherhood and share that amongst ourselves. There were so many great ideas from this category that included brother chats, going pumpkin painting in a socially distanced way, as well as many Zoom sessions and networking opportunities for brothers. I'm proud to announce that the winner of the virtual award nominees for Brotherhood is Chi Sigma at Northeastern University. They held a Zoom series and they used socials. Is anybody from Chi Sigma on tonight? Nope, no problem. So,
all right, I'll just say hi, I'm the advisor, Barbara Larson. I know we had a couple people on, but one had to go and one's internet just crashed.
Okay, no problem.
But thank you. It's really an honor and they'll be thrilled. Thank you so much.
No problem. Let me just give you a little background because what they did, I think, is really cool. So over the summer, the chapter starting in mid-May spearheaded the chapter's Zoom summer series. So they held an Ask Me Anything with their senior brothers. In June, they held an educational workshop about understanding structural racism against Black Americans, which was very topical during that time in the summer and still is. They held an alumni panel within July that spoke about the experiences in the professional world, as well as how being a part of Alpha Kappa Psi helped them. On July 10th, the E-Board hosted a town hall to discuss with the chapter what they'd like to do in terms of a fall pledge class with COVID, meaning that they had limited in-person gatherings and virtual recruitment. And that led them to hosting an engagement week that introduced Alpha Kappa Psi to freshmen at Northeastern. They had a very productive summer of connecting, learning, and listening to one another. In addition to this, they knew that their new pledge class would not be able to engage one-on-one in person with their brothers and had missed that opportunity in the spring. They were fairly active on the Zoom series, and in order to maintain the momentum, they held social event groups in 2 and 3 over Zoom so they could get to know the brothers better in a more casual settings. They did game nights such as Spyfall, Cards Against Humanity, Mafia, and Among Us. The Muse socials have been a great opportunity for brothers to reconnect with each other and get to know the most recent pledge class. So great work on their part, keeping their brothers cohesive and together and really showing the community that AK Psi can bring. So thank you again to Chi Sigma and congratulations. Lots of snaps there. Okay. So fundraising, as we all know, has been a difficult part of this COVID reality that we are currently living in. But these 5 chapters have definitely shown that it is you're very much able to thrive in this environment no matter what. Each of the chapters was able to give us a description of what they did in varying states of they fundraised for the chapter themselves or fundraising for a philanthropic organization. So I'm proud to announce that the Omega Alpha chapter from University of Delaware is our winner for this fundraising for their U Dance event. Is anybody from Omega Alpha on tonight that can give us sort of a rundown of what you guys did?
Yeah. Hi, I'm Deanna. I'm the Vice President of Finance at the Omega Alpha chapter at UD. And we fundraise for UDance every year, which is a student run organization on campus. And they're paired with the Be Positive Foundation that raises funds for childhood cancer and research and aiding families financially. So each year we try to raise the bar of how we can fundraise. And especially we usually have the 12-hour dance marathon in March. And unfortunately that had to get canceled. So we were still made sure that we wanted to reach our goal and hit our goal. So we raised over $35,000, and especially on the day of UDance, when it was supposed to be the day of UDance, we raised thousands of dollars just in one day by our online fundraising. You can see like our flash fundraising there. And we put our whys on our Instagram stories, and we sent out letters and emails, and we were able to hit our goal, and we're really proud. And that is Nate, our Be Positive hero. We love to see him, and unfortunately I haven't been able to see him in a long time, but we fundraise for him. We fundraise for all the heroes that have been affected by this and the families as well. So thank you so much.
We're very proud of you guys. We're proud of all of our chapters with their fundraising efforts, but this definitely shows the amount of impact that a chapter can have. So our next category is professional development in the virtual space. Again, showing that no matter what the odds, our chapters can have an impact professionally on their members as well as their surrounding community. I'm proud to announce that the winners of the virtual award for professional development is Alpha Chi chapter at Emory University for their fall 2020 case competition. Is anybody from Emory on tonight? Okay.
Yes,
no problem.
we are here. Sorry, Katie, are you here? Sorry.
Hi, yes, I'm here.
You guys give us a rundown of what you guys did.
Yeah, so we hosted a case competition at Emory, and we had the challenge of obviously it being virtual, but because it was virtual, we definitely were able to expand even broader and bring in a lot more judges and a lot more participants. So we ended up having over 120 participants take part in our case competition, and we had 8 judges from all big, well-known companies, the Big 4 consulting firms, and yeah, it was a really great success, and we're so glad that there was such great turnout, especially during difficult times like these. So really glad that people came out, and we're looking to scale this even larger next year. So yeah.
Awesome. Great job, guys. Definitely well earned and well deserved. I do want to share one quote that I saw in your submission that I thought was awesome. So it was from a student who went through the case competition with you guys. It says, although it was a lot of work, it really paid off. I would consider this case competition one of the best learning experiences I've had so far. It taught me a lot about working together, time management, managing stress, public speaking, and most importantly, it taught me a lot about consulting, marketing, and business work. Just thought it was a great call out, and definitely is something that shows an impact that Alpha Chi has had on the members of its community. Oops, sorry. Going on to our last category for tonight in the virtual award nominees is our alumni engagement category, because of course we can't forget that Alpha Kappa Psi is a lifetime of brotherhood. So we always want to make sure that we're including our alumni in our events, in our thoughts, in the programming that our chapters do, because no matter what, we're all brothers. So I'm proud to announce that the winner for this alumni engagement category was the Omicron Chi chapter at Case Western Reserve University, for their Instagram takeover. Is anybody from Omicron Chi on tonight?
Yes, hello.
Hey,
Hi, thank you. First off, well, my name's Nicole. I'm the president of Omicron Chi, and I just want to say, like, this is just such a surprise, but I'm so happy we did this and got this award. We have a pretty small chapter, and participation and engagement is hard to come by, especially with like COVID and everything. Like, people are so busy. So this event really, like, everyone really participated in it, and I feel like they got a lot out of it. So I'm just very happy and grateful that we got this.
Awesome. Thank you so much for sharing. I think it was definitely a spotlight of what we can do in engaging chapters, no matter like what size you guys are. So thank you again, Nicole, for all of your work, and please pass it on to the rest of your chapter. So I'm going to pass it over to our next speaker to talk about our Distinguished Service Award.
All right, thank you, Alec. Before we start, we have one more award that was kind of voted through the chat, and that's the Best Dress Award. So that goes to you, Alec Moran, for an awesome presentation and best dress. So congratulations on that. Thanks.
I figured if I have it, I better wear it tonight. And now with all of this accolades, I better wear it for every meeting. Now I think I've got my, I can't wear my t-shirt and sweatshirt anymore for meetings, so.
Exactly. Congratulations on that award that was just picked by our brothers just tonight. All right, the Distinguished Service Award. The Alpha Kappa Psi Distinguished Service Award, the DSA, is the most prestigious award conferred upon our members. To be recognized with a DSA, a member in good standing must have performed praiseworthy service to a chapter, region, fraternity, or foundation. There are three classes of the Distinguished Service Award: the Bronze, which can be presented for service to fraternity, region, or chapter as a student member. Silver, presented for service as an alumnus, faculty, or honorary member, and this award may be conferred to a recipient up to 3 times. And Gold, presented for extensive service to fraternity, fraternity-wide level. This award is the highest honor bestowed by the fraternity. I would now like to welcome Wendy Windroff, Pacific Northwest Regional Director and Convention Chair of Miami 2021, to say a few words.
Thank you very much, Thomas, and congratulations to all the winners tonight. What a great way to celebrate a very unique year. So, as Thomas said, the Distinguished Service Awards are among the highest that the fraternity has to present. And tonight, I am pleased to bestow the first degree Silver Distinguished Service Award to Brianna Anderson, Omega Beta Chapter at Western Washington University. Brianna joined the Pacific Northwest Regional Management Team in November 2015 as the Western Cascadia Section Director. This is the largest section in the region with 6 chapters in Canada and Western Washington. The chapters and volunteers in her section consistently excel in reporting in a timely manner, responding to communications, bringing innovative and excitement to chapter operations, and maintaining excellent AKSI standards. She has a close relationship with the chapter advisors in her section and provides guidance and mentorship when needed. She attends our monthly section director calls where her input is invaluable. Brianna has attended numerous PBLIs, conventions, volunteer town halls, and other educational programming. She is open to new ideas as well as to share her ideas. She has twice been named the Section Director of the Year for the Pacific Northwest region. And she is one of those rare volunteers that when she says she'll do it, she completes it at 100%. So, congratulations to Brianna for receiving the First Degree Silver Distinguished Service Award. Here is your jewelry. I don't know if you can see that or not. Oh, gee whiz, there it went. And your certificate. I have had this for months, and this was a perfect opportunity to be able to give it to you. Surprise!
Oh my gosh, thank you so much. I don't know if it's just COVID making me emotional, but that means a lot. Thank you so much.
All right, congratulations again. Well deserved, Brianna. Well deserved. All right, some housekeeping items. For those graduating seniors, I know there's a couple. We have a couple events just for you all next couple of days. The first one is going to be the alumni orientation tomorrow at 7:30 p.m. In addition, we have 2 graduating senior ceremonies to celebrate you and get you through this process. Please register. That happens on November 30th and December 3rd. All these events can be registered through My AKSI Community. And please, if you have seniors that are graduating this semester, please invite them to alumni orientation, and please invite them to the graduating senior ceremony. As you're aware, AKSI does not stop once you graduate. It is forever. So if you want to know what you can do as an alumni of AKSI, please attend to the orientation tomorrow. Some upcoming events, like I mentioned, we have alumni orientation tomorrow, and then we have 2 graduating senior ceremonies, one on Monday, November 30th, and Thursday, December 3rd. In addition, we have 2 more fraternity events for this fall, getting to know your Berkman results. So if you don't know, the fraternity provides something called the Berkman Assessment. The Berkman Assessment is a survey that allows you to assess your personal needs and how it aligns with your career aspirations and working with others. You get to learn what causes you stress, but also what you do that stresses others out. It is a tool used by Fortune 500 companies and for chief level roles that you get for being in AKSI. I highly encourage you take it. It is free for dues paying members, and if you are an alumni, we do have it available at a discounted rate. Once you take it, join us at the Getting to Know You Berkman results on Thursday, December 8th at 7 p.m. Eastern Time. And lastly, as you've seen, you guys have done a lot of great events. We are planning a 2021 Brother Collaboration event December 16th at both 4 p.m. Eastern Standard Time and at 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Come, share your lessons learned, learn from each other, and start planning for spring 2021, because we'll be going virtual, or will remain in virtual. So in closing, this semester has been a pivotal moment for AKSI. The new normal is here, and the future of hybrid is in-person and virtual experiences. For this fraternity to steer this organization, it was all hands on deck. From the fraternity board, they granted Steve and I the authority to do what is necessary to support our members. From the foundation board, they created a student program to support the members in need. From the AKSI staff, and management team, they worked relentlessly and tirelessly to put on Brotherhood Unbounded, that provided fraternity-level programs to continue professional development for our members virtually. They developed the virtual chapter operations guide, the all-inclusive virtual resource toolbox, and they had ongoing calls with chapters and volunteers to ensure they had the support that was needed. Operationally, we came into this year with a budget deficit, but we still reduced our student member dues to $54 for the fall, and we are now doing that again in the spring. We had a tough conversation about DEI and formed a task force to see how we could embed it deeper into this organization. And we put together our first ever virtual global conference where we had brothers from all over the world attend. But the shining star was our student members and chapters. This award ceremony only showcased a small percentage of what you all have done and how incredible, how flexible, and how creative our members are. Hearing stories of chapters that had their largest pledge class in history by going virtual to chapters who will now do hybrid recruitment as part of their normal operations is the silver lining of this pandemic. On behalf of AK Psi, we are incredibly proud for everyone for coming together to keep this fraternity going for the next 150 years. Thank you to Melinda and the staff and the presenters for hosting this event of accomplishments. Everyone have a safe holiday break and continue to take care of one another. Good night, brothers, and thank you.